The following is an original audio series from Sierra International Machinery, Pile of Scrap, with your host, John Sacco.
Welcome everybody to an incredible special edition of Pile of Scrap, the Chef's Challenge edition. Here we have in front of us, we're missing two of you. We're missing a lot of you guys.
Missing a lot.
We're missing
But this
Antonio.
is what's left over, the wreckage of the Chef's Challenge, because that was the craziest day of my entire life.
Leftover scraps.
The others didn't make it.
The leftover scraps.
The leftover
this is
scraps.
this is the leftovers. So all right, let's introduce yourselves by nickname only.
The Cajun.
Until the hungry.
The accountant. Buddy.
John Belushi on his epic.
I'm Abby Road.
Abbey Road, that's right. All right, everybody, it's good to get everybody back together. It's good to see nobody's butt hurt over not winning, right?
Right.
You mean
Some
we
of them
were wrong?
still are licking their wounds.
These international guys, I don't know about
You
them.
brought everybody a special button and a
Oh,
t-shirt.
I have a
Could
little
you
gift
show
for
us?
everyone. I think everyone should see. Very nicely printed, just so there's no confusion about who won the Chef's Challenge. There was some, false media news outlets
Fake
projecting,
news?
Fake
showing
news.
off
Fake
their
news.
trophies as
False
well.
news, huh?
So fake
Yeah.
news.
I thought
Fake
we
news.
were all winners.
Oh,
That's what they tell you when
That's
you
what
lose.
they told us, yeah.
That's what they tell you when you lose.
Kumbaya.
You're like the kid who
Kumbaya.
finishes 8th place
Yeah.
in a Little League game and you get a trophy. Mom, I won.
Eighth
No,
place in the
there was
front
only
three
one
teams.
winner.
Participation.
All right. Let's. All right,
also the
favorite
instigator.
moment of the day besides winning. You can't use what winning is your favorite moment. Well, your favorite memory of the day.
It's got to be, and you caught it perfectly when Lincoln called my boy Belushi on his epic, and it was just so natural. Boom, and if you take a good look at the film, Michael just went, "That's good." He
was speechless at
It
that.
was because we didn't expect it out the accountant. He just he's
You didn't expect it out, but you didn't know the nicknames
No.
then.
I was trying to get in his head and I couldn't get into his head.
Oh,
It just came out.
Yeah,
It was perfect.
When you stick to your gap accounting principles, there's no
You-
interference.
you can't.
Attila, favorite moment.
I wouldn't say favourite moment, but it's been seared into my memory ever since January, and it's just the moment that the judges sort of tasted our desserts and said, "I've never had a crunchy tiramisu before." It's like
We're on the
our
same
fearless
team,
leader
bro.
forgot to soak the ladyfingers.
I got news for you.
That was the moment.
I
Forgot the
loved
lady
it.
fingers?
That's the problem. I think people oversoak the lady fingers, but it was still a beautiful dish. Andrew,
Thanks for having me
favorite
back.
moment.
Favorite moment? From season 1 to this, I would honestly say like meeting Nona and Monica's family. Like
Noni.
Noni, the hospitality that you guys gave, it was very welcoming. We all felt it. And then, I mean, this business is about relationships, and I've made more friends here. Michael and I jaw at each other whenever chance we get, but there's a true, I think, love for each other, that we care about each other, and
Right on.
it means a lot.
The buddy.
Yeah, so behind the scenes, I'm not sure if you guys got to experience it, but I beat Andrew 3 out of 3 times in ping pong. So it was probably my favorite time. He often, he just can't live with it. He played professional ping pong, he told me at school, but he got absolutely, but my favorite time,
Is that true?
yeah,
Did he
and
beat
an
you 3
accountant, it's
times?
incredible.
He did. There were
Oh.
some multiple
Well, you have
beers
some
involved.
consolation.
Yeah, thank you. But probably my favorite time that everybody saw was definitely coming in the convertible in the freezing cold and somebody freezing and needing you to light a fire for them because they were had frostbite.
That was funny.
That was so funny.
That was funny. There were so many moments from that day. I gotta say, I talk about relationships all the time. Like the accountant was talking about, just building the relationships and hanging out with friends. And even though I was instigating a bunch of stuff, especially with my Cajun buddy down there, it was just fun hanging out, and I hope we get to do it again. It was awesome.
Abbey Road.
Yeah, I mean, not to be cheesy, but my favorite part was when we would taste everybody's food every time and have a glass of wine and it was all, even though ours was the best, it was all so good and fun to see that everybody.
Before I tell you, you talk about you had a glass of wine? A taste of wine? Do you guys want to know the bottle
She
count?
definitely tasted something
Or is
Italian.
the glass-
31 bottles of wine that day.
Wow.
How
And I
many
wasn't
people?
even
And we
drinking,
had
so that's
50
not a lot
people,
of wine.
14 drinkers.
How many? 31.
And over a case of beer.
And how many beers?
Okay, I have a couple of favorite. From the inside, when I was watching the whole thing going on, was when Noni comes to me and she's negotiating on behalf of Alter Q. And I'm
Extra
going,
time.
why am I negotiating with you?
Because the representative.
You freezing was when I thought you were faking. And then I
Who goes
realized
down the
15
highway at
minutes
100 miles an hour
later,
with the-
you
with
really
the
are
roof
freezing.
down?
And so I had to throw you in the fireplace. But from the
Pal.
actual edits of the show, your imitation of Alton just absolutely killed me.
It was
I
amazing.
mean, that was funny.
Man, I go down there to that bio, man. Woo, woo.
Yeah, but what made it even better is when he said he hasn't been in Louisiana for 29 years.
That was a great scene. All right, so taking your dish out of it, what was your favorite anything, be it the appetizer, main meal, or dessert from the other teams? We'll start with you, Alton.
Shit, I gotta go first.
Yeah.
You know, it's got to be the cold smoked Snake River Ranch beef. You know, and I say cold smoked because they unplugged the machine a bunch of times. Couldn't get the temperature right, so it took a long time. But no, the seasoning,
picanha.
Yeah, the picanha. The seasoning they had on it, it crusted extremely well. That and Gino said it best. You couldn't get a piece of meat that was on the smoker that long that didn't have the graying and everything. The line was perfect, and it melted in your mouth. That was by far one of the
To
best
you,
ones.
in the back row.
All right. From each team or just favorite in general?
your favorite of all the other, not your team.
Yeah.
What was the one that goes, wow, that was
Oh my
real.
God! Well, I was standing over
Not
the pot of
the Mel model.
spaghetti.
He's out of here.
That was
She went right for the
Something else he
mouth. Yeah. Hey, look, actually, when he was smoking his cigarette, oh, you want a dish? Oh.
That scene comes on, and I'm like, I think I missed something. Staring up at him while he's smoking his
All right,
cigarette.
what was your favorite dish? I didn't catch
It was the male model spaghetti.
Is that a euphemism?
Wait, wasn't it your anniversary yesterday?
It
Has this been a point of contention between you two? Because, Darren had hearts above when he walked down. I said, dude, take that out of there.
I mean, the male model is not here right now because he's at home with his tomatoes in St. Louis, making something for when Abby gets home Thursday. I won't be home Thursday, so
She's got it also.
We have a new roommate,
That's
Can't get rid of him.
That's how it's working. That's how it's working. We made it to 13
But you
years.
All right,
eat
favorite dish.
very well at home.
Favorite dish.
There was something with anchovies, and I don't quite remember exactly what all it was, but I love anchovies, and it was amazing. And we joke about
It was the panettone
That's it.
with
yeah.
butter
Olives.
and anchovies.
that was so good. And the male model's illegal tomatoes were pretty damn good.
I agree with that.
Yeah, I'm being South African. I'm a meat guy. The picanha, the rest of the Alta team made. Sorry guys, you didn't really have much to do with it. But the meat was probably the best piece of meat I've ever tasted in my entire life.
That was fabulous.
Yeah.
True.
Those two, the panettone, it just shocked me. I never would have expected that out of that, the flavors contrasting, and the picante, the steak.
I mean, just to add on to that, I think like the way those olives were expertly sliced made that.
That's all you did. That's all you did.
I laid
They're
out,
mock
I laid out
meat.
the sardines as
They're
well. Like, it was a pretty hard job. But I would say I think it was your arancini balls.
Oh.
Was that yours?
Yeah.
Oh,
those
the
were
arancini
incredible.
balls.
Those were
Oh
incredible.
my God.
Was it the second one that you made? Or
bad
first?
No, they were the first ones.
Yeah, no, the biscuit. All right,
But those were
so
spectacular.
Those
I
were
thought
so
the
good.
arancinis were just. I hate goat cheese. Okay, Monica, was it feta or goat?
No, it was goat.
Okay, go. I hate feta and I don't like it. Give me mozzarella. I'm Italian, right? I'm an Italian, son of an Italian immigrant. But those arancinis were crunchy to absolute perfection. And I think the second dish really was the pasta, because by the end of the day, I realized I hadn't eaten.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden I see this big bowl of pasta. I'm just sitting there.
tasting.
To just
That was
absorb
good
some of the
pasta.
wine that your teammates. All right.
Did you get an award for that?
We did.
Oh,
We're good
wait a minute.
drinkers.
Let's back
We're
up.
good drinkers.
Isn't that everybody's favorite moment where I'm actually shocked? First time, you can't surprise me. I'm just telling you guys, you just can't.
Jumping in the pool.
Next thing I know, that Darren is, oh, come on, no, we get all this, get all this. No,
That was the
over
big-
here. No. Darren, it's a freaking pool. Splash.
Oh, it's cold.
Shit, it's cool. And what did I think? I go, he's got his wallet and his cell phone.
No, I didn't.
No, he didn't need you.
We
That was
set John
crazy.
up. We set John
All
up
right.
on that one.
So, the OGs, your partner, foot surgery, he's barely walking right now.
Michael.
He's barely walking, but
Ugh.
your guys' wine selection was the most expensive. And dear Lord,
You can thank Michael.
$1,000 bottle of whatever that Australian wine was,
right.
and then the Krug,
Yeah.
and then that French dessert wine.
Yeah,
I mean,
half
you're-
bottle too. It's a little bitty
Yeah,
bottle.
that little
right?
bitty bottle. It's probably $800.
Exactly.
So the wine bill for the whole thing, because introducing insignia to Mr. Patrick Young, the assassin, spelled wrong.
That was a mistake.
What was it, Asininin or whatever it was
Yeah,
spelled
that's-
wrong.
There was something spelled wrong. Yeah.
8 bottles of insignia, retail $2,400. 2 bottles of Quintessa, and all the wine bill for the day over $8,000. Thank you very much.
Thank you,
very
John.
much.
Thank you.
Everybody
Thank
thank you
you.
very much.
Yeah.
But
I
wanna
did-
know
I
what
did
do you
buy
think
a
the
share.
cigarette bill
So
was
when are we
between
doing it
Attila and
Italian.
Tony. How many cigarettes did you guys smoke? Dear Lord, the next day I go out in my garden and there's cigarettes everywhere.
And then there's little girl ones.
Yeah.
The little thin ones.
It's those international. They smoke a lot more than we do.
I mean, the house was a train wreck the next morning. Seriously, I'm like, Monica goes, I'm going to Mass. I go, I gotta clean. She goes to Mass at 9:45. Then she goes to have breakfast with her mom. Comes in, and I think I'm finally drying the last glass and putting it away. Thank you. Just want you to know, thank you very much. All right, who's been cooking something wild? Does somebody cook something since the show that maybe through a conversation that you've done that different, that came from inspiration from somebody? Anybody, go. Don't all talk at once.
No, look, I've been chasing your pizzas. I've been doing pizzas and green eggs for a long time. I don't have the pizza oven, so I've been chasing the pizzas in my indoor oven. Bought a steel baking steel. Changed the methodology around. I get it up to 550, leave it in there, stick the pizza in on the steel, and then I turn the broiler on to finish it off.
Okay.
And that technique works really well. Not like the pizza oven, but so I've been screwing around with the doughs. I've been using some more bread flour and stuff like that. 67% hydration, but playing around with the pizza. Really trying to get the pizza right.
You cook all the time. What have you done?
Just more pasta dishes with my kids, like skillet stuff with sausage and orecchiette with like stuff I've learned from
Well,
Michael.
that was from season 1.
That was from season 1.
So are the
So
pizzas.
yeah, the kids, I got 3 kids I got to feed too, so I want them to eat what I'm making.
How about the back row? Anybody done anything
Oh,
back
yeah,
there?
you know what I made? So I brought home Sacco beans because
Oh,
they were
okay.
so good.
Oh.
And when we finished the jar, I wanted to recreate it, the
They
flavors.
let you have that on the plane? Or did you pack it
Well,
on your check-in?
I checked
We
back.
checked
Okay.
it.
And it didn't
But I
buzz?
made Sacco everything. I made Sacco cauliflower rice and Sacco pasta, and I used that same
Is it
seasoning
sponsored
on
by
literally
Sacco?
everything.
Yeah, it was
awesome.
Did you chop the
Actually, we've gone through half
onions
of
for it too?
the seasoning already.
Yeah, she
What's
chopped
that?
the onions.
So we've gone
I
through half the
chopped,
seasoning already.
Oh, yeah. You
Four
got through
times
the Luigi
the amount of
seasoning.
onions I needed.
What about you?
Yeah, so I've got a 5-year-old and a 10-year-old at home, which I cook for every single night, and it's really hard to make them overly excited. And last week I made which is a bit shocking, but a seared tuna with some smashed potatoes and asparagus. And
It's
the
mashed potatoes here in America. Just saying.
Pardon?
Mashed potatoes.
No, it's not mashed potatoes. So it's baby potatoes,
Oh,
and then you
smash.
just give them a little smash, and you
Ah.
put some garlic and butter, and then you grill them. Sorry, translating.
Wow.
And my 5-year-old got up and gave me a hug, and he actually said that's the best meal he's ever eaten, which is a week. I was like, oh my God, I didn't know you had this, your taste buds where you like seared tuna and smashed potatoes. But anyway, that went really well.
All right, I want to hear. Anybody got a good idea for season 3?
Italy.
I don't think their marriage can stand it.
You know what that wine brew will
The
do then?
Uber driver.
It's going to be like a million Antonios.
Antonio shows up.
I'm in
drive.
trouble.
Don't think he wasn't staring
Yeah,
at the photo
I'm
of
in
his
trouble.
of Antonio's
Sorry, Michael.
wife.
There's not room for you in this Uber.
That's like, can Antonio's wife come and hang out with us?
Is he married?
Oh,
you
is
should
he
have seen
married?
the photos of her. She's equally gorgeous. Like that woman was.
I love how she
stunning.
says that.
Equally, yeah. I think one great tip for next year would be if we have time constraints, that we have to stick with them. And if you don't, you should kind of be disqualified, which would have made us the winner. We were the only ones who didn't take. Maybe I'm a bit biased, but if it says 4 hours, we should kind of do it in 4 hours. You shouldn't be able to make the meals before as well.
All right, so Attila, do you remember what the end of the evening was?
Does he remember? Does he remember halfway through the evening?
Well, because it was 10 o'clock. We started at 7. I'm dying. Monica's just getting revved up. I'm like, I'm dying over here. And Antonio asked me in Italian, he goes, John, a che ora vai a dormire? What time do you go to bed? And I just
2 hours ago.
2 hours ago.
I go, normalmente 2 ore alle 8. He looks over at Attila. We're out of here.
Well, you have to understand the OGs. We act like we did it before, so we knew when to get the hell out.
Yeah.
You know, and we also had 5 o'clock in the morning flights out.
That's
Yeah,
a
you had
rookie
the 5
mistake.
o'clock.
You did that
That's
to
a
yourself.
Oh.
From
But
the
Monica
only
definitely
non-rookies
played a part
there.
here. Monica played a part. There was like,
No.
no, don't go. You're like,
She was getting comfy.
Go.
She
I'm
was
like,
getting-
Monica,
But
please.
you know what?
Up.
You asked for an
Yeah,
idea
Monica's
for the
like,
next one.
stay,
All right,
stay,
let's hear an
Johnny,
idea for the next
Johnny.
one.
Listen. Look. Obviously, the OGs are the OGs, but we were missing a really big part, right?
Right.
And yes, he picked up expensive wine. That was his contribution. But the 3 of us, we could sit back and let 2 guys go at it, and we take on whoever wins.
Can you rephrase that?
Nobody knows what you're talking about.
What kind of show is
So,
this?
Nobody knows what you're talking
no,
about.
so it's kind of like an
Two guys going at
elimination
it?
type of thing, right? I mean, so it's like Beat Johnny Flay. You watch Beat Johnny Flay? Johnny sits there. You got
I-
you got 2 teams. They create dishes, right? And
You've been
we
promoted
take on
to
whoever.
judging
We
now.
don't care.
Alter Q, you guys want another shot at it or not?
We're in.
Oh, we're in.
All right, well, I got an idea. Here's my idea, though.
Let's hear it.
I was thinking the OGs being the judges. All right? Because Noni was like hyperventilating, having to make it. She said, I cannot make a choice.
She was so cute.
She really couldn't. And, but I got an idea. Little Phil's good friends with former NFL quarterback Mark Sanchez.
Okay.
So I want to call him and go, all right, give me some former NFL players who can cook, and we'll call it the super cook-off, the super, something
Super
with the
Bowl.
Super Bowl.
Super scraps.
I like it.
Super scraps.
Wow.
Super
Super
scraps.
scraps.
Yeah,
That's cool.
That's fun.
Super
The Chef's
scraps.
Bowl.
That's cool.
There you go.
That's cool. That's cool.
There you go. That could be
yeah.
fun.
That was a long-ass haul for you, Attila.
You coming back,
It was-
Attila?
Hold on, I don't know if he's invited. It
Anytime,
sounds like it's
any
only
place.
NFL players. I'm trying to work
What's
this out.
that?
Anytime, any
Is
place.
there an
Anytime,
international
No, you guys
team?
are going to be part of the audience. You're the peanut gallery.
Oh, cool. Was anyway last time.
Well, Michael was the peanut
Yeah, we
gallery.
were in the
yeah.
audience last
I
time
don't know
anyway.
why
Ollie
he's
Abbey
here.
Road was the only chef here
Chopping
representing,
onions.
crying as she was cutting shallots.
I mean, no one asked me if I cooked anything, and I haven't. I haven't.
We know our
I've drank plenty of beer.
crowd. We know the crowd.
I've had plenty of beer.
Thank God nobody had a counter on you. You felt it the next day, maybe?
I felt it the whole way home.
All right, look, we're going to wrap this up. But, guys, you know what? I think the best part, you guys touched on the relationships. And the cool thing is that we can be here a few months later. The friendship it's still here. It's still, prevalent. I think I wanted to bring people together on the first show when Andrew and Alton and Michael came out. And then one day I get on, I'm driving to 24th Street Cafe, my morning office, and I get out there on LinkedIn. All right, who's going to be in the chef's shop? Darren calls me 30 seconds later after Patrick's email. When were you going to tell me you're going to do this? I don't know, it just came to me. So Darren was completely surprised by it. But you know what? This is fabulous. This is so much fun. It's still fun to think about that day and to be here with all of you. And, let's have a great rest of the year. let's figure out so we can get together and cook sometime again in the future, and just have a ball and keep the friendships going, because I think that's the biggest takeaway of everything we've done. Besides, there's some everybody's asked me for a cookbook. If you guys want to scribble in your
That's a great
recipes,
idea.
I've got all the photos.
Yeah.
We could do a
That's cool.
cookbook.
We could do that.
That is
Well,
so
before you
cool.
do-
As long as
Great.
this is not the picture on the front of the cookbook.
Yeah, yeah,
No,
exactly.
that's got to be the
in the
picture,
picture.
right?
Well,
Right.
Well, I think we get to do a little, tribute, on the front cover.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
should be able to write the forward.
I think so.
Yeah.
So you were saying before I do what?
Oh, before we do season 3, just please make sure your wine cellar is full. Okay.
Yeah.
I
might have to do
I
it
need
too,
the market to go up a little bit to replenish.
Yeah.
because
We
that
all
thing was
do.
a very expensive day. But you know what? It was worth every drop of the wine. Well, I think we blew through a couple bottles of limoncello. You blew through a bottle of gin.
Yes.
Me?
Yes.
Palate
Yes.
cleanser.
He can't do
Palate
that.
cleanser. Oh!
I don't think I even got to try that. I made it. I didn't
It
try
was
it.
so good.
You never tried it?
No.
Everything was so good.
Served it to everyone else. You need something to wash down all of that salt.
That's what you were saying.
The salt.
Well, listen, all of you, it's so great to sit here again with you. It's just reliving one of the greatest, craziest days ever. And I wish all of you the best. Keep cooking it up. Start sending pictures into the group chat. We need more food,
There
more
you go.
concepts, all
All
right?
right.
Love it.
Well, all right, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. Have a great rest of the convention.
Thank you,
Thank
John.
you.
All right.
John.
And that's
Thank you,
it
Monica.
for the special edition of Pile of Scrap, the Chef's Challenge
go.
edition.
There it is.
This has been a Sierra International Machinery original audio series. Thanks for listening. Please share this podcast and make sure to subscribe.